Hi everybody, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are going to be starting my scripting tutorials. So in this video we are going to be going over properties and getting around Roblox Studio. This is just a beginner tutorial, and then once we're done with the beginner tutorials, I'm go on to harder tutorials, okay? I'm kind of sick right now, but I want to get a video out because I haven't posted in so long. I'm sorry, I've been busy with school and stuff. So, yeah, let's get right into it. So, I opened up a base plate, in Roblox Studio, and the first thing is getting around Roblox Studio. So, let me close all the stuff that you would need. So, maybe when you enter Roblox Studio, it just looks like this, right? Depends on your monitor size about where your placement should be. I have a 24-inch monitor. Yeah, and what I do is you want to go to View, and you want the Explorer tab, and then the Property tab, right? If you have a smaller monitor, maybe like 19 inches or less, or you might want to have the Explorer and Properties tab opened on one page. So if I can do this, and then about like this is probably good. Or if you have a bigger monitor, you can do this, is what I normally have my layout like. But this is not actually how my layout normally is. Normally I have the Explorer tab open, and then I have the Output tab open. And that tab is above that, and like that. Alright, this is my normal layout, but depends on your monitor size, which is best for you. If you have a smaller monitor, which I once had, your best bet is maybe doing this. If I can get this correct. There we go. You have the Explorer and Properties tab on one thing, and then you have your Output tab above it like this. So then you have your Output, then you can click Explore, because you need the Explorer and Properties, and also the Output tab is really, really useful. Well, I'm just gonna go to my normal layout because that's how I normally have it, of course, but it really depends on your monitor size. Okay. Now, I just realized my Properties tab is above. Okay. And then you have this run command section where you can run a command while you are in game. And it's on a local side, and I'll talk more about local scripts and normal scripts and module scripts in a later video. So, start off with properties is the first thing we're doing. So properties are the things about a part that describes what it is. So in this base plate, these are the properties for the base plate. Okay, so the properties, like I said, are things that describe what the part looks like and what happens to it. So we have the brick color, that is what the base plate looks like. I guess I'll put it at a gray, right? And then we have a cast shadow, which basically for a base plate, it wouldn't really do much. But because you don't really see under the base plate, what it does is it's a shadow that is casted. It does use a lot more CPU power, so it would get less FPS in Roblox games. So if you don't have a good computer, you might want to turn that off. So it just looks like this. I'm going to keep it on because my computer runs fairly well. Then we have the material. This material is the material that looks like, have you ever seen brick? Brick looks like this. And yeah. And basically, this is a normal colors brick. So this is just a brick base plate. And then there's cobblestone and foil and all this other stuff. You can mess around this, but I'm not. I'm just going through the basics. Also, this is the color 3 value. Brick color and color 3 values are different. A brick color it's like this. You can choose the color just with a selection tool. And if I will open up a script right now, and basically, if I can grab the base plate, if I would determine the color for the base plate, this is not actually the script. I'm just doing an example. I would do something like, let's say, base plate dot color is equal to pearl. But actually it would be brick color. So I'd just do like that or whatever. But if I would do the color 3 value, so I'm just going to put color 3, it would be an RBG value. RBG values are the red, green, blue values. Like red is, if you do 100% red, that's 100% red, 0 green, 0 blue. 100% blue, 255 blue, 0 green, 0 red. But a different shade of blue is going to have different amounts of each color in it. So take this green. It has 100% green, but there's red in it. There's some red in it. Because you didn't know, if we can get a color wheel. Color wheel. I can't spell. If you can get a color wheel, you can see that red and green are across from each other. And we can say, what do red and green make? Brown, right? And this is kind of, not really, but kind of looks like brown. That's not really the best representation, but I would do base plate dot color 3 is equal to, let's say I want this pearly color. I would do 231, comma 231, comma 236. Right. This is not the actual script for it. It is definitely not. It's kind of similar, but not really. Okay. So that's how we do something color 3 versus brick color. And then we have the reflectance, which is how much stuff reflect on it. Then we have the transparency, and it's transparent means you can't see it. And then the value of the transparent stuff is transparency. So as you can see, 1 is 100% transparent, 0.5 is half transparent, and so on and so on. But transparent doesn't mean you can't touch it. So as I can see, if I press the play, I can still walk on the base plate. I just can't see it. And the property that makes it so you can walk on it is the can collide. If I put the can collide to false, but I'll make sure you can see it, I will just go through the base plate. As you can see, can collide means, can it collide with other objects? If it's true, that means things can touch it and they won't go through it. But if it's false, then things can penetrate through it. So then we had the name. It was basically just what it looks like in the workspace. So we could name it Charlie's. Oh my god, I spelled my name wrong. Charlie's base plate. And basically, if you want to access this and maybe change a property, you do workspace, because workspace is the parent. Basically, parents are what this is inside of, and it is inside of workspace. to access it, I would do workspace dot Charlie's baseplate. But it went back, if I went back to the normal thing, which is baseplate, it would be workspace dot baseplate. Then we have orientation with this. As you can see now, it's a little tilted. We'll do 10, 0, 0. And this is basically tilt. Yeah, it's tilt. Nothing really to it, just tilt. Orientation, that's not very beginner-like because you kind of have to mess with values. Because really, orientation is just a rotation. But if you want to rotate parts in workspace, you can just use this rotation tool. You don't have to mess with the property. But if you want to do it in a script, you will have to mess with the properties. Yeah. Next, we have position, and that is the position it is inside of the world, the Roblox game. He really doesn't. What it does is it determines where it is. At the moment, the position is 0, negative 10, 0. If we do 0, 0, 0, it would be right there. That's because I moved it down. But this is the center of the whole entire Roblox game. But we'll talk about position is something that it's not advanced. It's basically kind of intermediate beginner stuff. Then we have rotation velocity. I am not going to mess with this because this is a very advanced scripting, so I'm not going to talk about that. Then we have the anchor tool. Basically, an anchor latches onto things, so basically a ship can stay there. That's basically what anchored is. Anchored is where if it is anchored, if it's true, then it will stay where it is. But if it's false, then it will fall and or go up if the velocity is up or whatever. But obviously we're not talking about velocity right now. But if I unanchor this and then I run it, as you can see, it's gonna fall. But if I anchor it again and run it, if this wants to load, what's going on? Why isn't it loading? Oh, it was loading. I'm an idiot. But it didn't fall because it's anchored. But yeah, that's basically it. Then we have achievable. Achievable is where you can press the select tool and select it. As you can see, I can't select it right now. But if we make it true, you just can't select the base plate because base plate. But of course, achievable, it really doesn't matter right now. Then we have can collide. I told you, collision group ID, that is also advanced, so I'm not going to talk about that. Then we have locked. Locked, okay, there it is. Locked means if you can select it with the select tool. Achievable doesn't mean that. I was talking about the wrong thing. Achievable means can you get it inside of a script. Make sure you always put achievable true. Locked, the base plate is always locked at the start, but when you ever make a new part, it's not locked. Massless, that is really advanced, so we're not going to talk about that. Custom physical properties, yeah, that's already. And then we have the size, is basically how big it is. You can edit that in script, but that's not really the first video is all about. Surface inputs, it's beginner, but we're not going to talk. And then the surface. The surface is basically, at the moment, it's foil. But if we go up here and we change it to, let's say, where is it? We'll just put it to plastic. As you can see, it has studs. As you can see, we have top surface is studs. But if we change it to smooth, now there's no studs. And the different types are glue, which basically makes little lines like this. That is old Roblox stuff. They use this in Nostalgic Zone. And then we have weld, which is nothing really. Then we have universal, which is just, it kind of looks like the Minecraft footprints. It's basically studs, just and it is down and then up. It's really different. Then we have stepping motor is basically smooth, but stepping motor is basically smooth. It's kind of different, but it's mostly smooth. Then we have smooth no outlines is also just like smooth. And then we have motor, which again is just a mostly smooth. And then we have inlet, which is like studs, but instead of being up, it's inward. And universal has studs and inward. And then we have hinge, which is mostly smooth. It's not really anything. And you already seen glue. And obviously studs, they are up, not down. And I'm going to keep this smooth. And the bottom surface, I guess, is inlet. You just can't really see it right now. Yep, so that's basically all about properties. Now, I'm going to talk about scripting in properties. So, I will show you how to change the color, the transparency, anchor, can collide, and that's basically all we're going to do today. I am not going to be doing the color 3 values. Color 3 values are more advanced than brick color. So, in base plate, we're going to insert a script. Make sure it's a script, not a local script. It's right by screen GUI and smoke. And then we can name this change color script. So we'll name it change color script. As you can see, instead of doing workspace dot base plate, we are just going to do script to indicate this script dot parent. What this is doing is it's getting the parent of the script. And like I said, the parent is what is inside of, or what it is basically. And then we have the parent. As you can see, it's a base plate. We can't really change that. But you see, if we put this in the workspace, now that parent is a workspace. So script.parent would be workspace, not base plate. But if you had this in server script service, we would have to do game to indicate the game, which is the parent of every single thing, dot workspace dot base plate. But we're just going to do script.parent. Put that back into base plate. And let's change the color first. Script.parent.brick color is equal to, oops, I did that wrong. Brick color is equal to, we'll put it at really red. If you want to know all the colors, you can press on them, and then you can look and it will say which ones it is. So now, if we run this script, you will see it didn't turn red. And this is where the output comes in handy. I don't know why the terrain ended up. As you can see, it says workspace.baseplate.change color. Bad argument number 3 to brick color. Brick color expected got string. And see, it didn't work because we forgot to do this one thing, which is brick color dot new. And then you're going to put this in a parentheses. I accidentally close that. Do that. And then go to the end of this and do this. I'm just so used to color 3 that I'm not really used to it. Okay. But as you can see, what this script is saying is script.parent.brickcolor is equal to brickcolor.new. What it's doing is it's making a new brick color, really red. So if we run it, it still didn't work. So let's check the script. There's nothing there, so the script worked. It's just not changing. Huh. That's pretty weird. Okay. Is equal to brickcolor.new.really red. Okay, well, we're gonna play this. And see, nothing came up. But the brick color turned into a medium stone gray. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna disable the script and I'm gonna run it again. And now it's pearl. So something's wrong with this script. Oh, okay. Okay. I think it's brickcolor.color. That might be it. I haven't done this in a while. I'm sorry, this is a bad tutorial. But, see, it's not working. Okay. Oh, I know what I did. I forgot you don't put these in speech marks. You just put really red. I'm sorry about that. If you do really red. There we go. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Well, now if we run this, so you can see now it's red. Right? Yeah. Then we're going to edit the transparency. So script.parent.transparency is equal to 0.5. That script is pretty easy. What this is it's locating the base plate, which is script.parent, and this is locating the transparency, and it's equal to, why I'm putting dots everywhere is dot means another variable or another thing in the game. So now if we run this, as you can see, now it's transparent. And now let's edit the anchored. So script.parent.anchored is equal to false, because it's a bool value. Bool values are true or false values. True means it will stay where it is. False is it will fall or go up depending on the velocity. But as I said, that's advanced. But think of it this way if you don't understand it. False in the anchored value means you didn't throw the anchor to stop the boat. True means you did throw the anchor to stop the boat. So now that we put it false, as you can see, it's falling. But if we change it to true, well, actually, we don't need to change it to true. We can just get rid of that, and then we can run it. But if we made the base plate anchored false, then we would need to if we wanted it to be. As you can see, if you want to just do a quick thing, you can just press this anchor button instead of having to click on the properties. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a script that changes the color every single second, let's say. So you're going to do a while true, do. Those are while loops. We're going to get more into those in the future. But what while loops do is they repeat it. They keep on repeating things. True means while true is equal to true, keep on going. That's basically saying while 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, do this. And trues and basically 1 plus 1 always equals 2. Therefore, it will just keep on repeating. True, she'll keep on doing it. But I'm going to do while wait 1, because what that does is we're going to do this, wait 1 second, and then do it again. And because really red, it won't change anything. We're going to do the transparency, and we're going to do math, and that is a math value. We'll get into that later. .random. So it's going to pick a random number between 0.1 and 0.9. Then, for this brick color, .really red, what we're going to do is, this time, we're actually going to do a color 3 value. So what it is, it's script.parent .color is equal to color 3 from RBG, and then this is where we put the value of the color. What this is doing is we're getting the color value, and then color 3 is 3 values to make a one solid color. There's RGB and there's RBG, and there, as you can see, HSV. There are 2 different things: hue, saturation, and then the value. And then we have red, green, blue. RGB is a lot easier than hue, saturation, and then value. So as we're going to do math .random again. And then we're going to do 0,255. Then just copy this script, copy. And then we're going to put a comma, paste one more, paste it again, comma, paste it again, because there's 3 values. And commas separate values. Now, every second, those values should change. As you can see, every second, the transparency and the color change. The transparency, for some reason, doesn't look like it's changing. So I'm going to go check that. Transparency is always 0 for some reason. Let me check this. I realize math.random is only things for above 1. I forgot about that. So what we're going to do is do this, and we're going to do 1, 9, right? Oh, we forgot to do the math.random part. Oops, not XP. We forgot to do the math.random part. 1, 9. And what we're going to do, math.1, 9. But we're going to make a variable. And what a variable is, it is a value located in this script. We're going to do local transparency is equal to, let's just copy the script, math.random 1, 9. So what we're going to do is we're going to do transparency minus, okay, and then we're going to do local real transparency is equal to transparency minus transparency minus transparency minus, I see that would be 0. What? I'm confused. Wait. Oh, oops. You can just do transparency divided by 9. So just do local script of transparency is equal to transparency divided by 9. Just like this. And then, oh wait. Just do transparency divided by 10. And now like this. Then the script should work. So now if we play, as you can see, transparency changes with this. See, this is like a disco thing, just with transparency. So that is episode 1 of scripting tutorials. I will leave the script I use in the description. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.